What is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be ranking every single brand new festival card here on this tier list. Before we hop into it, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 50,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, multiple videos a day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. 2K dropped 20 new MyTEAM festival cards today, and I'll be totally honest, the depth of this festival isn't quite as impressive as a couple of the other festivals. Definitely some solid cards, but in terms of top tier options, it's a little underwhelming. That being said, I do think the packs have a lot of top tier budget cards today, so that does help balance it out. And there are a couple of interesting names for sure from this festival that I think are still going to be quality guys for people to potentially target and pick up on their squad. So with that being said, before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 50,000 subscriber mark. I think I already said that actually. So you know what? Let me shut up. Without further ado, let's get into it. And it's too early for me, but 100 overall Glenn Robinson I feel like is a solid starting place. And I mean, I like this card. 6'7" with 6'10" wingspan, stud jumper, Garland dribble style, Trey behind the back, and step escape with Pro 2 fade. Yes, he doesn't have the size up. Yes, step back isn't perfect, but jumper's elite, good size, versatile, quality shooting guard. A lot of good shooting guards in the game for sure, but he's another good one. I feel like he's A tier. John Wall, I'm sorry, the animations just aren't there. He doesn't have a high level fade. He's got Pro 3. His SIGs are mid. He's just not honestly all that great, to be totally honest with y'all. I think he's one of the worst cards in this festival. I think he's D tier. Larry Johnson, very good looking card as well. I would say very similar to Glenn Robinson actually, in terms of another 6'7" shooting guard with 6'10" wingspan, just like Glenn Robinson. Stats and badges are obviously going to be better overall. A lot of like really good stuff there, and great SIGs as well with Pro 2 and another really good jump shot. He's just not special at the shooting guard position. He looks very, very, very similar to a Dark Matter Richard Jefferson from the last festival, to be totally honest. Great card, yes, but for an invincible, I don't know if he's actually an S tier card. There's only a couple guys in this drop that I really think are probably S tier. Kenyon Martin is borderline. I will be completely honest. He is one of the most exciting cards from this drop. Easily a 6'9" small forward, doesn't have spectacular size, but good enough. Stats and badges are absolutely good enough. And then the Garland, Kemba, Trey, Pro 2, really good jump shot at the small forward position. He looks really, really solid. I do personally think there's only 3 S tier cards in this drop, which is why I have them all in A tier, but I think they're all very, very good cards. I feel like these are the main second tier guys. Andrea Bargnani is solid. He's only 84 speed though, which is, it is a little bit of a liability in terms of the speed. I'm not going to disagree with that. While I do think he's a good card though, I just think that limits him. His jumper's nice, but he doesn't have a lot of movement. He's like a worse version of his Dark Matter. Not an awful card, but I think he's C tier. Hakeem is our first S tier. He's the best card in this entire drop. I mean, he's basically Bob Pettit at power forward. It's pretty much what he is. Yes, he's a little bit undersized compared to some of the taller guys you can run, but the height is absolutely there enough, and his jumper is absolutely insane. In addition to perfect SIGs, he is one of the best power forwards in all of my team, period, at any tier of any card. I would say Karl-Anthony Towns is probably also an A tier, which is actually something I would not have expected, because Cat's not a guy I would have really expected to be super duper good, but he's solid. His stats and badges obviously are incredible as a 100 overall, but he's also got a good jumper, Pro 2 fade. SIGs aren't great. That's the biggest thing. And I also look at the card and I go, yeah, his jumper is going to be good, but Serge Ibaka was just as good from the last festival. That being said, that doesn't take away from him being a very solid card. I think he's one of the overall better cards in the festival. You know what? That feels like an A tier guy. Mark Aguirre, super solid card, either like high B, low A, I don't know. I think he's pretty good too, to be honest. I mean, the A tier cards have been really, really good so far. But Mark Aguirre is not bad. He's a 6'6", isn't insane, but he's got good movement, Pro 2 fade, nice jumper. I mean, looks like a 6'6" T-Mac in a lot of ways, in all honesty, in terms of what he's looking at animation-wise and stuff. He's not bad at all. Again, I think he's super solid. I'm gonna go high B. I feel like I'm being a little strict with this tier list, so we'll put him in the high B tier, but I definitely think he's super solid. Ralph Sampson's S tier, 7'4" with a money jump shot. I mean, he is going to be a stud. I am hoping that he is attainable. If he is attainable, he is the best thing about this event. I'm not sure he will be. We'll see, but I really hope he is, because he would be an absolutely incredible 7'4" big at this point in the year. Zachary Reese-Shea, I'll put him C, not D, because he is 6'10" at the shooting guard position, and he's got pretty okay SIGs and actually pretty good badges for a diamond as well. But I'll be completely honest with y'all and say he's just not a very good card. Not super exciting overall. Bob Lanier, another very solid dark matter. Similar to Aguirre, he's a very good card, and I feel like you could make the argument, put him a little higher if you wanted to. A 6'11 power forward who's pretty good. I mean, he's cat-sized, basically. Jumper looks good. Sigs are nice. Pro 2 fade. Stats and badges aren't quite cats, but they're not far off it. Again, I think these cards are definitely close to the A tier. I'm going to go B for now, but they're both certainly solid options. Austin Carr is a stud. I'm putting him B tier as well. I know he's only 6'4", but the animations absolutely speak for themselves. 6'4" with a 6'7" wingspan. The stats are pretty good too, and badge-wise, he's super solid as well. But look at the animations. Garland, Francis, Curry, Trey, Levine, Steph, and Oscar upper with Pro 2 fade. Same jumper that Invincible Braun has. He is a dog. Really good pink diamond point guard. Not a bad card at all. Michael Thompson looks really good too. Definitely another guy who I think probably goes in the B tier. Another guy who's very well rounded, has some solid animations, if not unbelievably spectacular animations. But 6'10" with a 7'2" wingspan, good speed, solid shooter, great finisher, versatile high level defender. Sigs could be better. That's the biggest thing with him, and his jumper is also his own on very quick. That concerns me. I don't know how that jumper is going to play, and I guess, you know what, I feel like that might knock him down a tier. We're going to go Michael Thompson in C tier. AI, I'm sorry, D tier. I gotta be honest, dude, he's just not good enough. It's not going to happen. Allen Iverson, 6-foot point guard, like, no, it's not a very good card. And then Zion is also D tier, 6'6" small forward with a bad jump shot. Honestly, I'm not even, those guys being back to back is unfortunate, because neither of them are very good. I think they're the two worst cards probably. In all honesty, two of the three worst cards in this entire drop. Markelle Fultz jumper isn't good enough. His stats, badges, animations look really, really good, but his jumper is not going to be good enough. That is going to be the number one thing that holds Markelle back pretty easily, I would say, is just the fact that his jumper is not all that elite. Sigs look really solid, but his own behind the back also isn't ideal. His Steph size up isn't nearly as good as Francis. There is stuff to like. Pro 2 fade's nice. Stats and badges look awesome, but I just don't think with the release that he's got that he's going to be all that great. I think he's probably low C, in all honesty. David Thompson, very solid, 6'5", point guard. Jumper's going to be good. I mean, he's a good card, man. His jumper's been good all year, in all honesty. He's had a Booker release. I think that's what he still has, if I'm not mistaken. Booker, Oscar, Pro 2 fade. Garland, Curry, Trey. Doesn't have the best size, it doesn't have the best drag back, but overall is good. But he's only 6'4" at point guard, a little bit undersized there. And I mean, like, you look at the stats and batters, they're great. I think he's very solid. But again, I think all the guys in B tier are very good cards, and I think David Thompson, probably size-wise, unfortunately doesn't crack the A tier. Joe Barry Carroll, he's probably one of the worst cards overall in this festival. He's not a horrible looking option. I mean, he is, what, 7 foot, I believe has a 7'4" wingspan. We'll see here in just a second once it actually decides to load. Please, 2KDB, there you go. 7 foot with 7'4" wingspan, yes. Not the best shooter, but 89 speed, 95 interior, 90 standing and driving. Jumper looks okay. I mean, Nasrid upper is fast. Jared Vanderbilt base isn't bad. I would say overall it's going to be a pretty good jumper. Sigs aren't great, but he's not bad. I think he's probably at least, I'd say C tier is totally fair. Solid card, probably a little bit better than Bargnani, honestly. Paulo is going to go S tier. He's basically like a 6'10" GOAT MJ is how I would describe the card. He's basically GOAT MJ at small forward animation wise at 6'10". That's pretty much what he is. A very good card at small forward. One of the best cards in the drop, yes. And then Derek Coleman is just good. You know what I mean? He's another one of those guys who's a solid, if not spectacular card from this festival. And I mean, animation wise, I think his jumper's a little better than Michael Thompson's. His Sigs are pretty similar. He's got normal fade though, which I don't love. I don't know. I'm not totally convinced about this card. I don't think he's going to be terrible, but his jumper hasn't been great all year. It's kind of his own shot still. And like, I just think realistically, again, he's probably towards the bottom. I feel like we have a pretty big C tier compared to the rest of this list, but it feels fair. I don't know if any of those guys stand out enough to be above the C tier. I don't think they really do. So I think this is what the tier list is going to look like for today's video. I hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.